There's something about this dude that just makes me want to support him and root for him. He's different. He's benevolent, but in the inside, I can see that fierceness that'll come out at any time if he has to bring it out. And what I like about this dude is he stands out. When he's standing with the other leaders, he's not submissive. He's not docile. He's one, if not higher. And I like this fucking dude. And I've been on a binge just watching a lot of his interviews, watching how structured and calculated and stoic he is when he talks. And it brings inspiration to me because the people have been propagandizing his country and trying to come in there and try to take him out. But he's been so influential that he's been influencing people like Russia, influencing people like Korea, even China. People all across the world have been giving this man support. And a lot of people in our country, one being our country, one being France, a lot of the westernized countries are being sneaky and trying to propagandize him, saying that he's getting influenced by Russia so they can have some kind of energetic to kill him and take him out. And we're starting to see what these people be doing. They be lying, they be disingenuous. And I hope that this gravitates towards black Americans. We don't need any fucking cringe black conservatives like Candace Owens, Brandon Tatum. Those people just serve whites so they can get paid. They don't give a fuck about progress or nothing. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to do anything. They just want to yap and get that check. We definitely don't need no fucking liberal blacks. They don't give a fuck. All they want to do is complain and blame and say we had this a long time ago and do the blame game. We need someone like him, someone that wants to fight, someone that wants to get his people educated, be smarter, be better, have money. I want to see this shit, bro. This dude is a fucking leader. I don't know what it is. It's like God sent this guy or something, because I can feel that something about this dude's energy is just different.
Major breaking news coming from Emmanuel Macron. I think this news should get all Africans. Emmanuel Macron has gone ahead and said he owns more than 20 countries in Africa. Yani, 20 countries in Africa belongs to Emmanuel Macron. You won't believe this. He has literally said that these countries are their foreign reserves. Imagine Emmanuel Macron standing and saying 50 to 60% of what is in these countries is theirs. You won't believe this, but I think he's speaking this out of anger and frustration because of what is going on in Burkina Faso right now. The countries are as follows: Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, Niger, Benin, Guinea, Ivory Coast. And this is the reason as to why he's using Ivory Coast to terrorize Burkina Faso. Togo, Mauritius, Gabon, Central Republic of Africa, Congo, Cameroon, Algeria, Tunisia, Djibouti, Comoros, and Madagascar. Let me tell you, to all these countries, I think Burkina Faso has stood still by itself, and it is followed by Niger and Mali. And this is the reason as to why he is frustrated, because he cannot get what he had been getting from Burkina Faso. And he is actually going crazy because Ibrahim Traoré has stood still for Burkina Faso. This is what he didn't want. This is what he didn't expect. And the way the people in France are losing jobs, the way people in France are telling him to step down from the governance. Yeah, that is it. So tell a sister to tell a sister that Emmanuel Macron is saying he owns Africa and he is unstoppable. And this is the reason as to why he has gone ahead and said if he wants to destroy Africa, he will. You won't believe this.
Alright guys, except you're living in another planet, you must have heard that allegedly France's economy is seriously in trouble. Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso and Niger and Mali are single-handedly almost bringing France's economy to its knees. Can you see the power Africa has? And at the end of the day, why can't France just do business with Burkina Faso and as equal partner? Why must they be colonial masters? Now you can see, because Ibrahim Traoré of Burkina Faso have shut the door of business against France, or stop them from looting, from stealing basically their resources, allegedly. Now France's economy is on its knees. Guys, is this a good thing or bad thing? What do you think? What should France do now?
While we're all squabbling, Africa is making moves. And it's only with this guy. Have you guys seen him? His name is Ibrahim Traore. He is from Burkina Faso. He is the leader and the interim president of Burkina Faso. He got into power through a military coup that happened in 2022. Now, why are we talking about this man? Let me explain. He's only 37 years old. He is the president of his country. And why do you think he is on our FYP? Let me explain. He is, if not the first African president, like in recent years, to actually kick out foreigners. I don't mean like foreign tourists. No, I mean colonialists. Those guys from France to come into his country and to take his resources. He's standing up to everyone. He's saying these resources belong to our people. The Saudi government offered him to build maybe over 200 mosques in his country. And you know what he said? He said, if the Palestinian people can pray under rubble and on the streets, then so can we. It's incredible. He is, in my opinion, like amazing. He has survived over 19 assassination attempts. His own bodyguard was bribed millions to kill him and didn't do it. I mean, this man is taking Africa by storm, and he's trying to unite the African countries and the African minds to stand up against tyranny and the westernized colonialism. And let's all just watch this space, because I'm telling you, a lot of big stuff is going to happen. Why? He was recently flown to Russia. He's making good allies with Russia. Russians protected him, flew him there because of all the assassination attempts. I mean, Ibrahim Traore is someone to watch in the news.
Africa is healing. Algeria has officially abandoned French as their official language, and they have instructed all their institutions, all their schools, to start using either English or Arabic and remove French from all education sectors. This shows how France has lost its power and influence in West Africa. The Algerian Football Association was also instructed that their communication with the public should also be in Arabic or English. They should not use French language in any way. Algerian universities have also been instructed that they should use either English or Arabic in their scientific and medical studies, starting November 2025. The Algerian president has said that this is the right decision as they shared their French identity. Yes, Algeria has officially joined Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger in their quest to eradicate the French language, French control, and French power from West Africa, if not all of Africa. And with small steps like this, we can be sure that eventually Africa will stand tall and independent and will not rely on the French, Americans, or any other foreign countries. With the decline of French influence in Africa, we can even see in the economy, they're starting to hurt. They're saying that Macron should step down because he has opened the eyes of Africans, and they did not want that to happen. Which country do you think will be next to shed off their colonial past and masters and stand tall to make Africa independent?
Attention to Africans, both living abroad and within the diaspora. Let's not be stupid again. The same playbook they use for Patrice Lumumba, the same playbook they use for Kwame Nkrumah, the same playbook they use for Thomas Sankara is the same playbook that they are trying to use for Ibrahim Traore. And we cannot let that happen, bro. The accent and image that Ibrahim Traore represents is not only a threat to Westerners, but it's a threat to all the leaders in Africa that have been sitting and collecting dust and doing nothing for us, just squandering our wealth. We are not our parents' generations, bro. It's up. We're tired of being disrespected. Everywhere you go, Africans are getting disrespected. How much longer are Africans supposed to be living in poverty? Being self-sufficient, being independent, being defiant is what the threat is, because they know what it represents. I am a proud African as it is, but seeing Ibrahim Traore makes me so much more proud, bro. That's what African leaders are supposed to represent and stand for. Not supposed to be docile, kissing people. Like, what do you carry yourself with some dignity and some pride? We're never supposed to be going around begging for nothing. We don't lack for nothing. Let's get ourselves together, couple our resources, educate ourselves, and get Africa developed the way that it needs to be developed. I know for me, all investments are going to Africa. So this is my call to all Africans. Unfollow all of these gossip pages. If anybody is not talking about something that's moving us forward, you're wasting your time, bro. You're wasting your time and you're wasting your resources. We don't got no more time to be wasting around, bro. And listen, we cannot leave it to the older generation. I already gave up on a lot of them. Their minds are colonized to the max. Leave them there. We got to do the work that it takes to get Africa to where it is now, to where it needs to be.
I am not yet convinced that America and France have give up on unaliving Ibrahim Traore. The reason why I'm saying it is because of this recent post that was posted by BBC. They reported that Ibrahim Traore unalive 130 civilians, says Human Rights Watch. Who is the Human Rights Watch? Does that mean that we the Africans, we cannot wash ourselves? Beside that, why do you want to bring such a negative news to us? How do you want us to feel about Ibrahim Traore? All the Google things that this young man have done for his country, why are you not reporting it to us? Okay, immediately I saw the news, I decided to go into the comment section and see what my fellow brothers, Africans, feel about the report. Guess what? I was so amazed because I realized that a lot of people have woken up even more than I thought. Many people even go extreme to the extent of reporting BBC page. Oh my God, that was a nice one. That was a nice one. We are grown enough. We are African. We don't come to America or Europe, start telling them what is wrong or what is bad, or which leader is wrong, which leader is bad. I've been in Germany for a lot of years. There are just some things that does not pass with me. But anytime I complain, I hear the citizens, as in the Germans, they will tell me, if you don't like it, go back to your country. If you don't like it, go back to Africa. That is what they say to us. But why are you guys so concerned about what is happening in Africa? Besides that, we have been friends for thousands of years and you guys couldn't take us anywhere. All you guys brought to us was misleading and destruction.
In Burkina Faso, over 200 Burkina Faso soldiers have been ambushed and liquidated by Al-Qaeda affiliates in the Sahel, killing 200 Burkina Faso soldiers. Now look at the timing of this. The president of Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, visited Russia, and upon coming back, he's seen this happening. They are trying to weaken the resolve of the Burkinabe army. They are trying to weaken the resolve of the Burkina Faso people by doing this. Well, we know the people on the ground. The Western Europeans, particularly France and America, are there on the ground providing intelligence to some of these cells on when to move, the location of soldiers, and so on and so forth. This is why it is extremely difficult for these African soldiers to be able to mount any sustained attack on these terrorists. We are also seeing that as well in Nigeria. These Islamic State groups, as they call them, or whether it's Mujao or Al-Moabitun, most of these groups are getting intelligence from somewhere. They have eyes in the sky, they can see the movement of troops, and who the hell is providing them with this intelligence in Africa? It is definitely not the countries in Africa. It is those on the ground that have the access to this information, those on the ground that have access to aerial intelligence, that are providing these terrorists with intelligence to ambush and attack and kill Burkinabe soldiers. Let's not forget that this also happened in Mali last year, or the beginning of this year, when it was alleged that Ukraine provided intelligence to the same groups that went in and slaughtered over 60 Malian troops. And this has been happening consistently on the continent of Africa, particularly in the Sahel. They want to drive out the Russians, but they are targeting and killing African soldiers in order to do so. Let's not forget that at the beginning of, I think towards the end of last month, there was an attempt of a military coup in Burkina Faso, and we have seen 19 of this kind of attempts in order to remove Ibrahim Traore. As we speak today, Ibrahim Traore is one of the most important leaders in Africa and one of the most important and symbolic leaders in the global south. Why? Because he's not afraid. He took a stance against the West and said, I've had enough. You guys get out of my country, and this is why they want him gone. And in order to do so, they are targeting the soldiers, killing them, liquidating them in order to dampen the morale of other troops on the field, by proliferating these arms in the region, particularly the Sahel of Africa. And we in Africa must dig in. We must keep our resolve. We must insist that we are done with imperialism. We are done with the presence of these multinationals acting on behalf of their states, whether it's states in Europe or even the United States. We have had enough. And we in Africa also deserve some dignity and freedom. These guys should not come and dictate to us what to do, who we can be friends with, and how we can act in Africa. Enough is enough. And this is why, like I said, the Europeans and America, and they have said it openly, they want Ibrahim Traore out. They want him gone. Because to them, he's serving the interest of Russia and China, and they want America. So it's a geopolitical game for them. And for us in Africa, it is about our young men and women losing their lives every day in order for the West to, to gain advantage on the ground in Africa or to serve their own interest.
Why?